I'm Avril and this is Aaron. We're going to just briefly introduce ourselves and tell you what we're doing here. So my name's Avril Duck and I am a theatre maker and a teacher, and I am here with Aaron working on True Friends. I'll cast it over to you.
Hello, my name is Aaron Lee and I am a playwright. I have written a play called True Friends.
All right. And so could you tell us, first of all, a little bit more about yourself? So you're a playwright. What's special about you?
I was born on the 20th of December, 1993, and I was born with retinopathy.
What's that?
I am a eye sight condition, but basically with my right eye that doesn't work, but the left eye does work.
Yeah, and it's it's a good reason for asking that question, because that's going to come into the discussion later on when we discuss accessibility and so forth. All right, so True Friends, what is it now, Aaron? What do you think True Friends is right now? How would you describe it?
It is about friendship.
Yeah, it is, because
and following your dreams.
Yes, it is. and at the moment, it's not in production yet, is it?
No.
But we've done some work on it. It's a full-length play, right?
Yes.
Did you always know that it was going to be a full-length play when you started writing it?
I thought I wasn't going to turn it into a play. I thought I was going to turn it into a movie.
Is that when you started it, you thought it was going to be a movie?
Yeah.
Hey. And is it fully finished yet, Aaron? Do you think?
No, not yet. But I'd like to. But once I done the stage plays, I'd like to turn it into a movie and have it filmed and go to Adelaide and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's in its full length, and the actual shape of the story is complete, right?
Yes.
My job in this is I'm going to go back and tweak things like full stops, like grammar.
Okay.
I mean, it's all grammatically correct. Just there's an absence of full stops in some places. So that's my job. I'll do the full stops.
I don't see why not.
and so that's the sort of phase it's in now, in its written phase, and just needs some dusting off with the full stop situation.
Yes.
But we haven't put it on yet, have we?
No. But we did do a creative development version of the play, and we basically did a performance of it at the ARC Community Hub.
Yeah, that's right. And that was over 6 weeks.
Yes.
We read the play, then we broke it down. These are with community actors from Tropical Arts.
Yes.
And we read through it. We broke it down. We analysed it. We made sure that, is this a play? Is this the structure of a play? And certainly we were able to demonstrate the structure of it very clearly, and everyone was as enthusiastic as I was pretty much about going forward with it.
Yes.
And then, you and I subsequently have been trying to develop things by writing grants and stuff. And then we didn't get a grant. Were you okay about that, Aaron? Did you have shed a tear or have a moment of anger or upset?
I was basically looking forward to getting the grant, but it didn't work out for me.
Well, but were you really upset, or did it just kind of wash over you?
It just kind of washed over.
And I think that was because we prepped it, didn't we? We were like, okay, we could not get this grant. That's quite possible. So what is our alternative plan B situation? We're always in the plan B. What's next, aren't we?
Yes.
So about today.
We got to go on a tour to the Con Theatre to meet Erica and see the theatre, but I can't climb up onto the ladders to get into the bio box because of my bad eyesight. But
yeah, well, I mean, because that's another. Yeah, sorry, I broke in there. But that's another thing about you. You're not just a writer, but you've done acting and you like doing the technical side of theatre as well.
Yeah.
So you being in the bio box is part of the buzz, right?
Yes.
And so I think is it called the Conservatorium Theatre? The Innisfail Conservatorium, yes, and it's a theatre.
Yeah.
It's a community theatre run by a community theatre group, I think. And so having a look at community theatres, you always find a very interesting level of access, right? So was the stage accessible?
Yes, you have to climb up a few stairs, and there's also a wheelchair ramp at the side of the right stage where you can put a wheelchair through.
Yeah, it still needs some accommodations, but it would work, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say thank you to Erica for letting us do that.
Thanks, Erica from the Con.
Yeah.
And but then the bio box, as Aaron said, it was right up a ladder. So you would have to walk up a ladder, and ladders are not easy for you.
No, I don't want to basically misjudge a step, or else that's it. I would have to go to hospital if I basically fall down.
Yeah, I like the sound effect though. Can you do it again?
Or if I do basically misjudge a step, that's it. I would fall down and I'll have to go to hospital.
Yeah, well, I'm not laughing at you going to hospital. I'm laughing at the sound effect.
Okay.
So today's tour was started at the Con, and we did that with Erica.
Yes.
Thank you, Erica. And it's just so nice. I wish Tropical Arts had a theatre space. I wish we had a theatre space. But anyway, that's another set aside. And their stage was great. It didn't have a crossover, so you couldn't walk around. You could actually. No, you had to go through doors and cross over. It's a bit like the CPAC Theatre. But then where did we go? We went off to the
Innisfail Shire Hall.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful place. Yeah, did you find it beautiful? I loved it.
I enjoyed the big hall.
Yeah, right.
Big ass.
It was so big. It's massive. It's just like this massively long auditorium with polished wooden floorboards and archways and curtains. It's gorgeous.
So I'd like to say thank you to Kath for letting us see the hall.
Yeah, and both Erica and Kath were so enthusiastic about the project. Now, accessibility talk again. So going onto the stage at the Shire Hall was not really good for wheelchairs, right?
No.
But you managed to get up there, no worries?
Yes.
Okay, because it has handrails. So steps up, but no wheelchairs. But then accessibility for the bio box. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
In the actual Con Theatre or the
Shire Hall.
If we can if we can if we can have one long table with sound and lighting, that would be great. I'd like to.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pop-up, isn't
yes,
it?
a pop-up. Can we have one long table, please?
Yes, and it's like a pop-up because the you plug in on the floor.
Yes,
Like she lifted up these little hatches, yes, and then you can plug in your equipment from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was completely accessible then because it was on the floor.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. So it's interesting, these different layers of accessibility, what's accessible, what's not accessible. Yeah, so this is going into now to the dream future of True Friends. So do you see either of those spaces as better than the other, or, could you see the show being on either of those stages?
I could basically see the show at the Herberton Shire Hall, but I'd like to have the chairs out the. Yes,
I'll just hold you there for a second. You did say the Herberton Shire Hall, and I think you just got into my head then, because that's where I grew up.
The
Innisfail. No, don't worry, Aaron. That's part of the fun.
Let's see.
This is our conversation.
Let's see the Innisfail Shire Hall.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to have the show at the Innisfail Shire Hall for them second show at the Con Theatre. Can we please have a big chemist setting with aisles, please, at the Con Theatre?
Yeah, so the chemist setting, for those who are not in the know about True Friends, is where the first half of the show kind of happens. It's based around this chemist shop. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Called
Chemland.
Yeah. And they're definitely, but do you think it would be strange to have the show in two places in one small town?
No, but I'd like to try.
Yeah.
It.
I agree. And what other dream future do we have going on for True Friends? So we've got this beautiful set that we're imagining, which has got a chemist shop in it. And we've got two venues in the one small town.
Yeah.
What else we got going on for future dreams?
Let's see, take it regional. I want to go all around Australia and then, of course, turn it into a film.
Can you imagine all of the community theatres we could go and see if we took this regional tour around Australia?
Yes, I want to go all around Australia. I would like to, yes, and then try and turn it into a movie, have a movie production company, make a movie version.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what about the actors? If we do go on this big tour all around Australia, I don't want to stress out all the original cast. I'll have to basically have I'd like to have replacement cast so I don't stress out all the original cast.
I love that idea, and you know what? It kind of brings me into my dream focus, which is like, so if we go to regional Australia, we could have a program that puts together all of the, so we have those, if we have like 3 professional actors who travel with the show.
Yes.
And then the rest of them are built in the place. So they spend like 2 weeks or something developing that community cast for the show. And so it's a program as well as a show.
Yeah.
And then the community cast is from the local town.
Yeah. What about basically backup actors so the main professional actors can have their breaks and that? I don't want to stress them out.
Good idea.
I want to have backup actors and more backup.
Yes, I know, right? I like the way that you think, you go like, just make sure it's cool for people. Don't stress people out. I like that a lot. Yeah, because I mean, and I think that's one of the themes that we really are exploring in True Friends is with your writing. You know, you're about these two friends who support each other and support each other on that very emotional level too. Like if you're stressed out, how does somebody say, calm down without, in the right way?
Yes.
And we see that all through True Friends, where the friends are supporting each other in that way. Someone gets stressed out, the other one's like, no, it's cool, it's chill, let's do this, just relax, take some deep breaths.
Yes.
And yeah, it's about ambition too, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think the ambition that those who holds the ambition? Whose idea is it? I don't want to. No, we can't give too many spoilers away, can we? Aaron,
Yeah.
do you reckon we should? I don't want to spoil it.
No.
Sorry, I was going to go into the plot, but I'm just going to not go into the plot.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, talking about supports and systems, we support each other in this project, don't we?
Yes.
What do you reckon my job is to support?
Artistic director,
Mm-hmm. And what do you reckon your job is?
playwright, and I'm an actor.
Yeah, but when you get down into it, like what jobs do you do and what jobs do I do? You, keep the motivation going.
Yes, communicate.
Communication. This is no kidding. It's like, excuse me, we got to get some things happening here. But you give me enough space, but then you don't stop. You're not, I love that. I love that. It's like really helpful because otherwise I can get very unmotivated if I'm the one always dragging people to something. But you're in this process,
Yes.
You're the one who's like, come on, let's go.
So I'd like to basically crack the whip, and of course, basically breathe down your neck.
Yeah.
Excuse me, is there a sound effect?
Is there a sound effect that goes along with cracking the whip?
No,
Just
but
wondering, Aaron, if you have a sound effect of the whip.
I
cracking.
have got a.
I think I'd like to basically get a whip sound and and basically put that in the post production when we.
Okay, so you do it. You do an action, and I'll sound effect it. Okay, you ready? Two more. That was only one. And me, I'm the driver. Today I'm the driver, and I do all the kind of like special wordy letter writing.
Yes.
And you go online and you grab things and put them in we've got a shared drive folder. And so we build all this stuff together. Aaron's like the kind of techie side of things and I'm like the wordy side of things. So it's a good match.
Yep.
We're getting to be true friends, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Aaron.
Okay. Thanks, Avril.
Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Arts Nexus Studio. Well, that was hella